Hey guys, welcome to the next video on Scala tutorial for beginners. In this video, we will talk about reduce, fold, and scan methods. All three methods we can apply on collections and they comes in different forms. So the reduce, fold, and scan can be used as reduceLeft, reduceRight, foldLeft, foldRight, or scanLeft and scanRight. In general, all six methods can be used to apply a binary operator of each element of a collection, and the result of each step is passed to the next step. Now let's talk about reduce method first of all. So reduce method takes an associative binary operator function as a parameter. So let's take an example and let's see what is the result when we apply reduce method on a list. So I have two lists here. One is the list of numbers and other is the list of alphabets. So let's use the list 2 first of all to use the reduce method. So what we can write here is the name of the list, and then let's say we want to apply a reduce left method, so we can just write dot reduce left, and what it does is we can apply, as I said, a binary operator as an argument. So here I can just give underscore plus underscore, which is going to add all the elements of this list. So let's run the code and let's see what's the result is. So the result is A, B, C, which is the concatenation of A, B, and C. Same reduce left method we can apply on the list 1 also, and the result will be the sum of all the numbers in that list. So you can see the sum of all the numbers in this list is 41, and the concatenation of all the alphabet is ABC in the second list. So basically what's happening here is the first two element of the list is passed here as parameter 1 and parameter 2, and then they will be added, and the result will be passed as the first argument here, and then we take the third argument, which is 3 here, as the second argument of this list, and it will go on like this. So let's do this in a more explicit way so we can see what's happening here. So we will apply the reduce left method on the list 1 itself, and instead of writing this, we can just give this function here which takes A and B, or let's say X comma Y as parameters, and what it's going to give us is, first of all, it's going to print something for us. So print ln, and let's say we want to print the values of X and Y. So I'm going to just write X, then plus, and then in double quotes I will give a little comma symbol, and then plus, and then Y. And after that, what I want to return is the sum of X and Y. So I'm going to just write X plus Y here. So let's run the code and let's see what's the result is. So I'm going to run the code, and you can see now what's happening here. So as I said, the first two element of this list is passed as the first two element here, and then the sum of 1 and 2 is 3, so it's passed as the first argument of reduced left, and then the third element is 3 here, so 3 and 3, and then the sum is 6, so 6 is passed as the first argument, and the second argument is 5 here, and it will go on until we get our result. So as I said, reduce left or reduce right method takes an associative binary operator function and then applies that on the elements of the array. So let's apply the reduce right also on the same list. So I'm going to just write reduce instead of left. I'm going to just write reduce right, and then the operation we want to perform is the same, and the answer will also be the same because we are just performing the addition. If we want to perform the subtraction, let's say, so I'm going to just first of all apply the subtraction using the reduce left, and then I'm going to apply the subtraction using the reduce right. You can see like this, And then what will happen here, you can see the answers are different because we are applying the reduce left from the left hand side and the reduce right from the right hand side. So the reduce right is applied from these two elements from the right hand side, and then the result will be fed as the first argument, and then it goes to the 7, which means the reduce right method goes from right to left. We can prove this using our method here, explicit method, and let's say we want to just apply the reduce right method, and let's say we just want to write minus here instead of plus, and I'm going to run the code, and now you can see reduce right is applied like this. So 10 and 13, which are these two, and then whatever is the result of the subtraction of these two numbers, which means 10 minus 13 is minus 3, is applied here, and then the next argument comes, which is 7, like this, and then the subtraction happens, and then argument is passed here and the next element. So this is how you can apply reduce left and reduce right to your list. Now let's talk about the fold left and fold right method. Now basically the fold left and fold right method are doing the same as reduce left and reduce right are doing, but the basic difference between reduce left and reduce right and fold left and fold right is that we can pass our initial argument in the fold left and fold right. So let's see how we can do this. So I'm going to just take the list once again, which is my list, and instead of reduce left, I'm going to just write dot fold left. And as you can see, this fold left takes initial argument, so I'm going to pass, for example, 0 here, and then it takes the same parameter as the reduce left or reduce right. So I'm going to hover over this fold left method, and you can see the signature of it. So what it takes is the start value and then the parameter, which is our binary operator. So let me run the code and let's see what the result is. So you can see the result is 41, which is same as the reduce left, but the only difference is we have passed the initial value here, which is 0. So we are adding 0 to the sum of the reduce left, let's say. Now for example, I just write 100 here and then run the code. So let's see what happens here is now my result becomes 141 because my first value is the start value. So start value is 100, and then the list elements are applied as the reduce right or reduce left element. So my first value is 100, and then comes, for example, 1 here. So 1 will be added to the 100, and then the sum will be applied to the second element, and so on. Now this will become more clear when we use this fold left function on the second list, which is the list of the characters. So I'm going to just write, let's say, z here as my first value, which is small z, and then I'm going to run the code, and you can see first of all it prints z and then the rest of the characters in the list, which is A, B and C. So basically the difference between reduce and fold is that in fold we can pass the extra element as the start value and then apply whatever operator, binary operation we want to apply on the rest of the list elements. Now at last, let's talk about the scanLeft and scanRight method. So same as fold, the scanLeft and scanRight takes the starting value also, and then it will apply all the binary operation on the rest of the list elements. So let's write scanLeft first of all. So scanLeft, and here also scanLeft. But the basic difference between fold and scan is going to give you the map of intermediate result also. So let's run the code and let's see what's the result here is. So you can see it's going to give you the map of the intermediate result also. So first of all, when we applied the scanLeft method on the list of numbers, then you can see the first result is 100, which is the starting value, and then the result become 101 because 1 is added to 100, and then the result becomes 103 because 2 is added to 101, which becomes 103, and it will go further. So 3 is added to 103, which makes it 106, and so on. Similarly, in the case of list of characters, first of all, our initial value is Z, so Z is printed, and then the ZA is printed because the concatenation of Z and A occurs, and then the concatenation of B occurs with ZA, which makes it ZAB, and so on. So basically, the scan is going to give you the map of intermediate results, and the last value of the scanLeft is the final result, as we have got with the fold or the reduce method, which is ZABC or 141. So this is how you can use reduce, fold, and scan methods in Scala. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.